besties, number one sign that it is time to quit your job is that you ran to watch this video just to have that confirmation. Now, don't get me wrong, there are two categories of people that are watching this video. The first category are people that have been watching me for quite some time, so they love my content and they just want to watch whatever content I create. So if you are in this category, this point does not apply to you. But now in the second category, maybe you don't even know I exist and this is your first time seeing me, or maybe you are my bestie and immediately you saw the title and the thumbnail, you came to check if any point I would say would resonate with you, whether or not you should quit that job. Then this is your sign that it is time to quit that job. And the reason I'm saying this is because most times we know when it is time to quit that job. So if you fall under the second category, you can watch this video till the end, but see, you don't need any motivation. It is time to quit that job. One rule I use in my life is, if the answer is not a sure yes, then it is a no. If you are already starting to think about why you are even in the job you are in, it is time to quit. Don't worry, towards the end of this video, I will give you some tips and advice, because I'm not just going to say, oh yeah, quit your job. No. So that's the first point. Second sign to know it is time to quit that job is your body has already told you. And let me tell you how your body tells you. It is through sickness. Some of you have anxiety, panic attacks, acute stress because of work. There was a time I was in a toxic work environment and I was constantly in A&E, accidents and emergencies. In fact, there was a time I spent close to 1 week hospitalized. What was the problem? One would think that it is one big issue that happened to me. Absolutely not. Most times we underestimate the impact of workplace trauma and workplace stress. It is enough to make you sick. So for instance, it is Sunday and you're already having anxiety that you're going back to work on Monday. They even call it Monday blues. Now, don't get me wrong. There are times when maybe during the weekend, especially if you work like Mondays to Fridays, during the weekend, you're like, oh, I'm going back to work. Oh, I understand all of those things. That's not what I'm talking about. I am saying when you are anxious. See, if you've experienced this, let me know in the comment section so that it will not look like I'm just talking. If you experience this, you know exactly what I'm talking about. It is time for work and your heart is beating. When I was working in a toxic environment, time to enter the building, like I'm just, hey, what next am I going to see today? What next will happen today? What next? Like your mind cannot touch ground because it is high anxiety and your body feels it. When you are in a toxic situation, everyone in your life will be impacted. Your family will be impacted. Your friends, you will be impacted. You become a different person because you have been impacted by that job. So once that's happening, you keep falling sick. See, it's time to quit. Now, the third sign is they put you on a performance improvement plan. It is called PIP. Now, let me break it down. Basically, a performance improvement plan states that you're not doing as you should as a worker. So they are not impressed with your job and they are putting you on that plan. Usually in that plan, they will tell you your deficiencies, the things you're not doing right, and tell you goals that they need you to achieve. They will give you timelines and they will couch it like they are there to improve your performance and support you. See, however they couch that thing, once your manager, your employer puts you on a performance improvement plan, it is time to quit. And when I say quit, I don't necessarily mean you just quit immediately. Don't worry, once you watch to the end, you would understand what I mean by you quitting. But they put you on that plan. Some people may not call it performance improvement plan, PIP. They may just call it anything. Some can call it a probation plan. This is different from the normal 6 months or 3 months probation that some companies do. That's not the case. If, for instance, your probation is 6 months and 2 months into the job, they are already calling you for plan, review, meeting. Problem. Anything outside your scheduled normal review at work, that is a problem. They are already trying to cover their backs. I'm not saying it does not exist when maybe you as an employee may not be doing your job well, but if you know for a fact that you are doing a good job, you are actually meeting goals, all of a sudden They say you're not doing well. Every day, complaint upon complaint. See, they want you out. And the thing is, a lot of employers would not outrightly tell you they want you out. Most times, they'll put you on that PIP, and that is to cover their backs, not for you. In that PIP, they'll write all the so-called things you're not doing right, so that when they want to kick you out, they'll use that document as their own evidence that, oh, they've actually tried to support you and you could not meet up. That's a scam. Now, the fourth sign is you are working in a toxic environment. And let me even streamline it. Not just a toxic environment, but toxic management. Because I saw this phrase that people don't quit jobs, they quit bad managers. And I can relate to that because when I think back at all my job experiences, I can't remember ever quitting a job because of a coworker. Of course, there are people that have experienced really horrible coworkers, but for the most part, if your coworker is so horrible and nothing is being done, it's usually because the management is very horrible. And if you have a healthy, positive manager, I tell you, even your coworkers, even the ones that are bad, they will behave. Some would even pretend. That's not your problem. The point is they will behave well. But once at the top is just sour, it trickles down. And once your manager, your boss, your CEO, whatever name they have, wants you out, it's either you go out gracefully or you get constructively dismissed, or they will put you in proper trouble. Now, of course, even in the context of quitting, there are times when people even sue their employers for unfair dismissal. Personally, see, I know what an asset I am. So once I'm in a company and there is toxicity, it just tells me that, nah, you don't deserve to have me here. And besties, that is the mindset I want a lot of you to have. Know your worth. That way, no employer will treat you anyhow. Your relationship with your employer should be symbiotic. You are giving, they are giving. You're not begging to have the job. You are there because you are competent, you are deserving. And as such, you should be treated with basic respect and dignity. Before we move over to the fifth point, if you're enjoying this video and you even want like a part 2, I want to see a thumbs up. That tells me that you like the video. Now to the last point. This one is not even anything related to toxicity. It's simple. If you are not earning or learning, why are you in the job? Now, a job means different things to different people. There are people that don't even need the money that comes with having a job. Believe it or not, they just want a job because they don't want to stay at home. For instance, let's say you're married to a very wealthy person and you don't even need to have that job, and your lifestyle is such that you don't even need to have the job, but you just have the job to have something to leave your house for. That is valid. There are other people that have jobs for different reasons, but for the most part, a job should give you earning power or learning power. And I'm saying all because there are some jobs that you may not earn much in, but you will learn. And through that job, you would end up having a lot of skills that you can even transfer in case you want to leave the job or set up your own company. A lot of jobs can give you that learning in terms of you being quite knowledgeable after leaving the job. It would even look so good in your CV. That is a good thing. So sometimes you may not be earning so much and you'll be learning. Now, there are people that for them, job is just money. Give me my salary, bye. That's all I have to do with you. And that is also valid. And there are some jobs that when you have them, you would both be earning well and learning. So that's like the sweet spot. That's very juicy. But for the most part, unless if you fall under some exceptions, most people want their jobs to either earn them money or they learn from the job. So if you are in that category and you are not earning, you are still not learning. See, remember, you are not in that company because your boss likes you. A lot of times in companies, they'll tell you, oh, we are like a family here. In fact, if I go to a company and they tell me we are like a family here, right now, after my knowledge about companies, that is my sign to, because it is usually a proper scam. You are not family members with your manager or your co-workers. It is a work relationship. And that is why it's important to have a life outside work. If not, you will just come to work. They tell you we're like a family here. How can you be my family and you are gossiping me? How can you be my family and you want me out? and you would even push me out in such a demeaning manner. Families don't do like that. And that's why when they tell you about like a family here, you better don't believe it because it's usually not true. Now, this is not me saying that workplaces are all doom and gloom. No, there are amazing workplaces. And it's my prayer that every one of us know what it feels like to be in a good work environment. Because when you're in a good work environment, you just go to work, you come back home, you have your life. No stress, no added this one said, that one said. Some people cannot even go on leave. I was in a situation where I would go on annual leave that I'm entitled to, and I'll be feeling very, very apprehensive. Imagine, once you come back from leave, problem. That's not how it should be. And now that I've said the 5 points, I want to make it clear that I'm saying quit, quit, quit. But of course, I understand that it's not in all situations you can just quit and never look back. Especially if you're an immigrant in diaspora, you can't just wake up and quit. For instance, if you're on a work visa, you can't just wake up and quit. Well, there are people that have done it too, and it still works for them. But for the most part, there are so many things. But when I say it is time to quit, even if you've not officially quit, right now, start thinking. One mistake a lot of people make, I even made that mistake, is people are giving you signs. Your employer is giving you signs that they don't want you. What do? You just trivialize it. You don't take it like it's not that serious. You take it like it's not that serious. If I can amend this, in the PIP, they said I should do this and do that. Okay, if I can do this or do that, then it will be fine. No, it's not about the PIP. They want you out. And back to my second point, your body knows. In fact, your instincts, especially if you're an intuitive person, your gut will tell you they want you out. But a lot of us are too stubborn. They will show you that they want you out, but you are still giving them the benefit of the doubt. It's not until they push you, because when they want to push you out, there is no notice. So you will just wake up, go to work. The next thing, what will you do then? Especially if you're an immigrant, what would you do? So when I say it's time to quit, start having plan B, plan C, plan D, E, F to Z. Dust your CV. You don't wait till they push you out. Then the UK government, if you're in the UK for instance, you now say you have 30 days to leave the UK. 30 days is a short time. Of course, there are people that God's grace has really worked for, that in that 30 days they found jobs. But for the most part, it's a short time. And even when you apply for a job, it takes you a while to even be called for an interview. Then when they call you for the interview, even after you've gotten a job, they will still be doing documentation, doing lots of things. And if you need a visa, they will still have to, it's a lot. So as they're giving you signs, start doing lots of things. If you want me to make a video on whether I think you should quit on the spot or whether you should just buy time, let me know and I'll be sure to make a video on that. But dust your CV. Start preparing for interviews. If you need my help, click link in the description box. Now, if you don't want to use my service, no problem. Go to my playlist. I have interview content, job content. If you don't want that, no problem. Look for another YouTuber that you like. Learn from them. If you don't want that, no problem. Pay someone else. My point is, do not. I'm shining my eyes because do not just sit down, vibes and inshallah. Sometimes the reason why that work environment is toxic can even be God's way of making you actually start seeing farther than you've been seeing. I'm not trying to just be overly religious. I know what I am saying, my besties. Some of us play too small. We like comfort zone. Like me now, I don't like leaving jobs. I'm a very loyal person right from time. So it's not even about jobs, whether it's relationships, friendships. I'm the kind of person that I like things staying the same. Like I want to just be there for life. Not like for life, but to a large extent, I like stability. And someone like me, I'm not a job hopper. And I'm not saying you should just be a job hopper, that if any little inconvenience, you should just leave your job. No, I would never endorse that. Because I understand that every job comes with its own little package of, I don't want to say stress, but I'll say inconveniences. There are some jobs that are quite effortless more than others, but for the most part, most jobs require effort, hard work, smart work, and that's valid. There's nothing wrong with that. But that point when a job is making you so anxious, ruining your pH, ruining your sleep pattern, eating habits, your vibe, your energy, then it's time to quit, my love. And personally, I have never regretted quitting a job, but I have regretted staying in a job for way too long. And I don't want that to be your story. As much as I create content on how to get jobs, I don't mean you should get any kind of job at any cost. No, nothing should cost you your peace of mind, your earning power, your learning power, lots of things. Nothing should cost you all of that. Now, this is not all. Even though I've given you 5 points, I still have a lot more points, but I want to know if you like this video and you want to see more signs why you should quit that job. Let me know if you like this video and you want more, and I'll be sure to create a part 2. And of course, I'm going to be linking up content related to jobs. Of course, until next time, I wish you the best, and I pray for you that God will give you courage and bravery to make some difficult decisions, or even to have some difficult conversations with some of your loved ones. And I also pray that you have loved ones that care for you enough to let you prioritize yourself. Because I've seen, oh, I'm supposed to be ending, but let me just say this thing. I've witnessed someone that is in a toxic job. Instead of them trying to think of how to get out of the job, they would rather just have people saying it is well, it's okay, it's okay. And as much as, yes, you need people that would hold you, hold your emotions, I hope you also have people in your corner that they're holding your emotions, they're telling you, oh yeah, start applying for that job, oh yeah, do this, do that, do that. Because when they want to remove you from the job, when a toxic employer want to eradicate you, like, they would uproot you out sharp sharp, they will not pity your emotions. So that's something to consider. But of course, my loves, until next time, I need to end this video because I love talking to you and I just keep talking. Until next time, my love, stay blessed, remain happy, and bye, besties.